Hey guys, this is Eli Shipley here with Complete Strength's Q&A series. I want to talk about knee pain, because knee pain is, I deal with it a ton in a lot of different clients and for all different reasons. So I'm going to do some things that I kind of use for my rehab / warm up to get my knee feeling good and to make sure that it's moving and it's got the correct rotation as far as upper leg, lower leg goes. So I'm going to start out with just some simple gapping with this band. So basically kind of pull that upper leg, lower leg apart, give me some room to where I can get that rotational stability that I kind of want in that knee rather than it being kind of opposite here. So I'll get into that and show you. Get to the side here. So basically you're gonna loop this foot through the band. Okay, any band works. I like quite a bit of tension here to get you pulled apart. I'm going to loop it over across the foot, and I'm going to get back basically as far as I can without this band making me slide across the floor. So you want some pretty good tension on it. So we'll slide back here in this position. You can do some simple kind of like TKE movements in here where I have my foot kind of internally rotated, okay, because we want that lower leg on an internal rotation. And by squeezing that quad and the butt is going to kind of push that knee to the ground, hyperextend it, bring my heel up off. And I'm going to start to work on that rotation that I want here. You can even kind of manually move that lower leg into internal rotation to try to get that knee back to where it's supposed to be. Because external rotation, when we squat, we get the tightness in the butt, which we want to keep that. So lower leg internally rotated, I can move that in as I hyperextend and push that knee to the ground. I usually do about 50 reps here. It kind of loosens it up, gives you some slack in that knee joint, and makes it move and glide a lot better. So that's kind of number one. Number two, on the same thought or same idea of that one is wrapping this strap, belt, towel, whatever around the feet, grabbing a nice as close to the feet as you can, back straight. I'm moving that same hyperextension with the knees. So trying to push this knee to the ground, get my heel up, not by lifting at the hips, but just by flexing that quad muscle there. And so working it up, working some hyperextension. I can kind of move in and out of reps here. Try to give that knee some good range. So you can test if you get on the floor and you don't have that extension to where I can just flex that leg and get the heel up off the ground. If I don't have that kind of motion, my knee's missing range, and I got a lot of reps in that loaded knee position. So that causes a lot of front knee pain. And so that's kind of what we're targeting here on this. Another simple form of gapping you can kind of do almost anywhere. I'll show you that one next is taking this lacrosse ball. I'm gonna put it just in between that hamstring and calf, and I want to start sitting back, getting the hips to my heel and just kind of pinching that cross ball in between there. It's going to loosen up. I mean, if you find some calf tightness in here, that's okay. So if it's hurting down here, that's not necessarily, well, it's kind of a bad thing, but you want to loosen that up. Just kind of moving around, do some kind of rotational back and forth. Get that knee to gap a little bit, open up so you can get that rotation back in it that you want. So gapping is huge. If you haven't tried that yet, I would say get into it and see if you can maybe loosen up that knee joint and give you some extra room to move and glide how you need to. So, all right, guys. So wrapping up today, I want to just say to everyone who maybe had some interest in what we talked about today, or has any questions, or maybe even something that relates, just send in questions. You can tweet us at Comp Strength, or just send your questions in through Facebook, whatever. We love to get your feedback and to see what you guys are, what you're interested in, so we can kind of put that video out for our next week. So we'll see you back for episode 14 next week. Please tune in. Thanks.